Hello everybody, welcome to the Andy Show. Andy here, and we've got a little update on our stocks here. This is our new platform. As you can see, it's quite a bit different than that blue one we used to have. That was Tadawality, and they are no longer, Albemarle Stock Exchange no longer uses them. Instead, we have this system here. Takes a little getting used to, but it will show you our current market value. We're sitting at 2.774 billion dinar, and we have 156 million dinar available to spend. And as I told you, we wanted to build up Asia Cell to 150 million. And let's see, we go to portfolio, and it will show you we currently have 138,012,830, so we need 11,987,170 to bump us to the 150 million. Now again, we have 156 million, so taking 11 million for this should not be an issue. If we look, and again, this is my first time on here, so it's taking a second for me to figure out where to see the chart. Okay, if we do a symbol, let's do TASC, Asia Cell Communications. Okay, we're going to add Asia Cell. There we go. Alright, as you can see, it's up to 8.8. So 10 million would be 800 or 8.8 million dinar, or 88 million. Anyway, I'm not that great at math, but as you can see, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, while you're on here, I am going to buy ISX. No, yeah, we're in the ISX. Shows I have 156 million. We're going to do a market order, and we are going to buy TASC. We are going to buy 11,987,170 at market price. And we're going to use the balance. Let's see if it goes through. Price is not digit. Well, if I put market, it should be whatever the market rate is. Okay, we'll say at 880. Okay, it's not letting us enter a price. We are buying it from the brokerage account. We are buying from the ISX. Maybe send to basket. I don't know what send to basket is. Price is not digit. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to find out, because it's not allowing me to click in here to put in a price, even though that would be a limit order, not a market order. A market order is you're just going to pay whatever the asking price is at the time the trade goes through. So it's not allowing any of these. Minimum fill. Okay. We're going to go 11,987,170. And let's see if we can do it this time. Price is not digit, which they do not explain. So Well, I thought I was going to try to buy these. I'm going to have to get with them because there are no actual instructions. Maybe I've got to order it during market hours. I don't know. I'm surprised you can't just put in an order. But anyway, this is the live trading platform. And here are our stocks, our shares. As you can see, we have 2.774 billion. So we're up about over 76 million, or 760 million dinar. So we're up quite a bit after all the fees and costs. I'm not sure where it stands. I haven't done the math and these crazy things. I don't know what they're actually using as a rate. Is it 1350? Is it 1440? Is it 1560? I mean, who knows what they're actually using as a actual dinar rate. But we're trading in dinar. So here is all of our stocks. Here's all the shares we have. And it says free shares. What that means is they're available for trading. I don't know if there's a wait once you buy any, because we're not really selling anyway. We're holding for a rate change. But again, this is the platform, and we can see what we have in the stock account. I will start trying to update this once every week or so, just so you can see this number here. This 2.774 billion, it has grown substantially, which is what I mentioned in the previous video regarding our stocks. But again, I will have to find out what's going on here, because if you can't change the price, but yet it says price is not digit, which makes no sense to me. But we'll get there. We'll go ahead and get our just under 12 million purchase, so that we have 150 million shares. And basically what that means is that when they do dividends next time, if they go for the previous few years, we would get 150 million in dividends. So 150 million. Let's try this. If we did 150 million at dollar for dollar, okay, and this is speculation. This is only used for entertainment purposes. I don't want somebody to say, well, my account is worth this or my account is worth that. So we're just saying 150 million divided by 13,335 would be roughly $11,248 per block, provided again that it was 1-to-1. So if this actually ends up being an actual dollar value as well as the dinar value, so 1-to-1, then we would be looking at annual return on the blocks just from TASC, provided everything stayed the same. Again, I am no economic expert, but what I see happening is it's just not feasible to believe that this is all going to remain the same. Okay, that's why I want to build this up anyway, but I believe there's going to be a massive reverse split. Okay, TASC, I don't remember how many shares they've got, but their value, if it changed over sometime in the past, it was going to be over, at $1 to $1. They have over 1 trillion shares. There's no way this is a $1 trillion company. And I got laughed at by the guy that I broke away from a couple of years ago. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, because he thinks that they would be a $1 billion company in a country with 40 million people. The phone company, I don't know how many customers, but I mean, they're doing well. Don't get me wrong, AsiaCell is doing well, But to say they are anywhere remotely close to $1 trillion plus company is absurd. It's insanity to believe that they're going to be bigger than Twitter, bigger than Google, bigger than Disney. You know, it just, come on. So what I see happening is where we've got 138 million, where we have 13 million, will we have 1.3 million when the reverse split happens? That I do not know. I don't know. I haven't looked at their financials enough and to compare it to a U.S. company and all that. I'm not an economist. I don't know how they would do this. But at 1-to-1, they cannot be a $1 trillion+ company. And I've been wrong in the past, who knows, but logic and common sense just tell me that there is no way these companies over there can be worth that much at 1-to-1. Now what if it's 3-to-1? Then it's a $3-4 trillion company? Please. Alright, so, and I'm not trying to be disparaging or critical or negative about our investment. By all means, I am far from negative about this, but we've got to add in just a dash of reality here. We're going to do very, very well with this, no matter what. Okay, once that rate change happens, we are golden. So to say that I'm negative is a very big understatement. I'm not negative at all. In fact, the information that continues to pour out, the news and the things that they are doing, they are not going to all this trouble not to become an internationally recognized currency. Okay, it's just, some of you are frustrated. Just a few of you take that frustration out on me. I'm okay. I can handle it. But it just shows a lack of patience. I mean, we all wanted this to happen 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I wanted dinar to change value over 11 years ago when I first bought it. And back then, you had these idiots out there that were claiming it was happening, and you know, I would even carry my phone. I leave it in my home office. I leave my phone here, and I don't take my phone to bed, but I was taking it, laying it on my end table, just in case. I wanted that call as quickly as I could get it. And I came to realize that they were full of it. A lot of them continue to be full of it. They're still calling for it every day. All I can tell you is I believe it is in the works. I believe something is definitely happening. And it's like I was telling somebody the other day, I think there's a long list of things that have to be lined up, and then boom, something happens and it's a done deal. But they've got to get everything in place first, and nobody knows exactly what that is. Any of these guys telling you they have all the knowledge of everything that's got to take place or that will take place or anything like that, it's just it's silly. Okay, but they are constantly putting information out regarding balancing the dollar, the dinar to the dollar, and increasing the rate, okay, against the dollar and things like this. So there's a lot of maneuvering. There's a lot of things going on. They are pushing for more and more and more. They're proving that they are fighting the corruption. They are fighting the money laundering. You know, and for the U.S. has a very big thumb on Iraq, and until we get both lined up, and with our current bumbling idiot in charge, whoever's controlling all of this, he doesn't control anything, he's too stupid, but whoever is running things in this country, they're holding it back for whatever reason, and at some point once Iraq does certain things and complete certain tasks and all that, then it's going to happen. I believe with everything in me that the rate change is in fact going to happen. Part of me thinks that they're lining everything up for the year end to start the new year with a new rate. I have zero, absolutely nothing substantial or concrete to base that on. I just can't imagine just changing the rate in the middle of a quarter. I don't know how that would do, accounting wise or anything like that. So I just don't really see it happening, but I can't say that it can't happen because I don't, and so many of you question me on so many things. I don't have answers, guys and gals. I'm sorry. I'm no different than you. I look at things, I try to interpret it the best I can, and I've been wrong more than I've been right. I've guessed where things didn't turn out a certain way. I've speculated that once something happens, that's going to be it, and I've been wrong a lot more than I've been right. So you're not listening to someone who knows the intricate details that it takes to figure all of this out. I don't have the economic background. I don't have a financial background. I'm just hoping beyond hope that it happens soon, and just like all of y'all. And I think no matter what, we're in good standing. And again, if it's dollar for dollar, we're looking at $2.774 billion. We're looking at, over 8 billion if it's 3-to-1. And I just don't, again, I'm not being negative. I personally do not see anything more than $1. And I really do hope I'm wrong. But everybody continues, not everybody, but a lot of you continue to ask me and want me to speculate on a rate. I think we're going to be so beyond blessed at just $1 at 1-to-1. Can it be 3 something, the 342, the 386 or whatever? Absolutely. I don't have any way of making any kind of claim that it can't be this or it can't be that. Could we go with a float? Absolutely. There's nothing. Who can absolutely tell you with any honesty that it absolutely will not float? Who's that smart? Then they ought to have a date. They ought to have an actual date. Prove that it couldn't float. I hope it doesn't float. Or it can come out at a rate of 1-to-1 and then continue to float up from there. I don't know. But yes, it could float. And again, we are not going to consider this a rate change until it reaches 1-to-1. So if it goes 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, 80, and it just climbs until it reaches that 1-to-1 ratio, we are not going to start selling any dividends, or we're not going to start cashing out. And again, if I buy these stocks at what is it? We've got, it's at 8.8. So let's say 990. Just throwing a number out there. That still leaves 66 million that we will have in our account. Okay, 66 million is still going to be, let's see, what would it be? Rough. I'm throwing just round numbers out there. 66 million divided by 13. Oh, it was 13,335. So you're still looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $5,000 a block initially. So if we do this, if we use this number, this 156,056, okay, we buy these 12 million roughly in ISX, okay? That's what I'm saying. It's 99. It's not going to be 99, but if we do that, then we're still looking at over 60 million dinar dollars. If it's 1-to-1, so we're looking at over $60 million. We're going to split 13,335 ways. Okay, that's almost $5,000 a block. Not bad for a $100 investment. Again, we are going to wait, and by the time this happens, who knows? We could have more dividends that get paid out. If that's the case, I want to continue to hold some money so that we have waited for so long for this to take place, that I want something in the account that we can pull out immediately and pay out to all of the members. Okay, that's what I want. Whether it's, but my goal would be to pull out enough to roughly, at a minimum, I hope to pull out enough to 10x your investment. That way, no matter what happens, how it happens, when it happens, anything else that we do, that nobody has lost a cent in this investment, except those who chose to sell out before this ever took place. And I know I'm rambling. I'm just trying to, I get bombarded with questions. Every time I do a video, I almost dread doing videos because I'm going to have so many people asking questions about it that I ramble in hopes that those who plan to ask questions have listened and gotten their answer beforehand. But again, we're looking good. I think Iraq is making monumental achievements, and they aren't doing all of this just to continue the way they have been going for the last 20 years. It's just impossible for me to believe that they are not trying to not only strengthen the value of the dinar, but strengthen their country as well. And with gas, or with oil, expected to go to between 125 and 150 bucks a barrel, they're going to have such an influx of money that how they can remain in debt blows my mind. So all of this together with everything that they are talking about, something is going to happen, and I believe something is going to happen soon. Soon may be January 1. I can't say yes or no on that. It's just a gut feeling. My gut has been wrong more than it's been right on this. So take that for what it's worth, and we'll go from there. But for now, we are doing extremely well. Our stocks at 2.7 billion, and the market continues to grow over there. And with the new system, they're using a NASDAQ system, and we'll see once I get this ironed out and figure out exactly what it is I'm supposed to do right here, which is not a big deal, but we'll get this taken care of, and we'll get these stocks purchased, and we'll look forward to 150 million dinar as a dividend for next time. And that could change too, but I'm just basing this on them continuing to do what they have done the last several years. And Asiacell has been a very profitable company. They're doing extremely well quarter over quarter, and I'll try the next time they send me something, I'll do a little short video to show you how strong Asiacell actually is. And again, it shows you because our average price, oh, here we can see our average price, 7.5. It's at 8.8. So they've definitely grown some, and we're just going to continue to get stronger and stronger with all this. So with that, I will add that I've had a couple of questions about partially selling your blocks. I know people are having a rough time right now. It's tough out there. I was laid off of my job about 3 weeks ago, and just due to the business slowed so much, from what I understand, they've laid off about half of their workforce. So I missed the first cut, but I was laid off in the second round of layoffs. I don't expect this company to ever get back to the point where they do a rehire. So, but at my age, I can easily just go ahead and retire. I'm just not ready to do that yet. I have been, and it's something I haven't really let people know about at all. But a couple of you know, because I've got family members in this group as well. But I buy storage units through auctions, and I buy and sell items now. So initially it's not a profitable thing, but over time it most certainly will be profitable. So it's very close to being profitable. Should be profitable probably after October. I will be in the green. Been doing it since April, so I started even way before before I got laid off. Got laid off in August. So I was buying these storage auctions and buying and selling. I'm not real active on any national sales site like eBay or anything like that. I try to sell my stuff locally, and I set up once a month at a flea market, which is just proven to be fun, and met some just incredibly amazing people. And I sell stuff super, super cheap. So if you're in the Texas area and you ever want to go to the Bonham Trade Day or flea market, whatever they call it, but I think it's Bonham Trade Days. It's the weekend before the second Monday of each month, and I sit up right across from the pavilion, and I do sell things very, 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 very cheap. And planned this month, my primary items are Christmas jewelry, some collectible stuff, and I always have a variety of items. And I was selling vintage T-shirts for $2, and I probably sold 50 pair of Nikes over the course, and I usually sell them. The highest I've sold, I think, was $10 for a pair. But I sell stuff super cheap. My goal is to move it out, make room so I can buy more units. Anyway, I'll get off of that. It's more of a hobby for me, and it's just fun. It's a lot of hard work, but it is fun. And with that, I will keep an eye on this. We'll get this order put in and go from there. But I will start updating more often. I apologize if I've been ugly to any of you, or I have not responded. I'm not going to respond to can I get an update or what's going on with this or what. I'm not answering people individually, okay? And I want to keep this as above board and honest, and I don't want somebody coming back and saying, well, you told me this. So I'm not going to give personal updates. I will always do a video, and that, I hope, keeps me more in the clear and keeps any games from being played or any accusations or any suspicions or anything like that. I just want to do everything as upfront as I can, and this way everybody knows. You don't know before the next guy. We all learn it together, and that's just the way I've always been. I don't purposely hide anything. If I'm not giving you guys some information you think I should be giving you, I'll be happy to change course and add or do something a little different, but it will be for everyone, not for anyone specific. Okay? With that, I will bid you all a good day. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and we'll talk again soon. Take care, everybody. God bless, and we'll talk soon.